Some time ago, I advised you to diversify your real estate portfolio, but I made a mistake not telling you how to do that. So that is what we'll be looking at today. Now, diversification is the cornerstone for every sound real estate investment strategy. And this offers benefits such as the mitigation of risk, stability, and access to a varied income stream and the exposure to a wide range of real estate investment opportunities. By diversification, it simply helps investors to optimize returns and minimize volatility, and also build a resilient real estate investment portfolio capable of delivering a sustainable long-term growth. Now, by diversification, we mean that you spread your risk across different property types, different risk types, and also different geographies. And lastly, strategies to minimize and reduce risk and increase your opportunities for returns. This is what diversification is. Now, how do we diversify our real estate portfolio to help us optimize returns and minimize volatility? Before we continue, do well to like this video, and if you've not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel so that you get informed each time we drop new contents like this on this channel. Our content definitely will help you make wise and informed investment choices whenever you want to buy real estate. I am Patrick, your Lagos Road. What are the different strategies for diversifying your real estate portfolio? The first is to invest in different property types. There are different property types, and they range from residential to commercial to industrial and retail properties. The idea of diversifying along property types is that properties react differently to market cycles and economic situations or conditions. For instance, while residential properties would provide you with stable rental income yearly or weekly or monthly or daily in the case of short let, commercial properties would provide you with higher potential for capital appreciation. It is something that is relatable. The returns you get from commercial industrial properties are times 3 times 4 the amount you get from rental development. You can create a balance between these and invest for stable rental income and also invest for higher potential for capital appreciation by buying into commercial or industrial development. And the essence is to create a balance in your portfolio along property types. So while you are investing into residential development, to create a balance, you can invest in commercial properties, because residential development will give you stable returns yearly, weekly, monthly. You can use that to sort certain issues, but for higher potential for capital gains, you need to invest in commercial properties because those will bring higher returns. Second strategy is you go for geographical diversification, and this would mean investing in different cities. You invest in Lagos, you invest in Enugu, you invest in Abuja, you invest in Port Harcourt. You diversify and share your risk across different geographical locations. And the essence of this is it helps mitigate risk associated to local economic downturns or policy changes of some location. You would all understand that at some point it was high risk investing in Lagos because of so many policy changes, and when that was happening, people drew back investing in Lagos and started investing in other parts of Nigeria, Ogun State, Abuja and the rest. So the essence of investing in other cities is just to share risk. Yes, because policies differs from location to location. There are some areas that are that would offer you high risk and high returns, while other places would offer you low risk. So it is wise to share your risk across different geographies. So while you have something in Lagos, you can also invest in Ogun, you can also invest in Abuja, you can also invest in different parts of Nigeria. This is the idea of investing in different cities and locations. The third is diversifying in the lines of property sizes. You can diversify based on property sizes. Now we have different property sizes. You could decide to have 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, duplexes, terraces, bungalows, as the case may be. Now the idea of diversifying based on property size is to give you access to different tenant demography and market dynamics. There are some locations that there will be higher demand for maybe a 1 bedroom apartment or condos. There are places whereby there will be high demand for 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom duplexes. So the idea of diversifying based on property types would be to have access to different client demography. Now you could look for a university area like Yaba and Akoka and buy a 1 bedroom apartment, and your target will be students. You could decide to go to another area, let's say Lekki phase 1, and buy a 2 bedroom apartment because you want to target people who would need it for short lets. You could decide to go to Victoria Island and buy a 3 bedroom duplex or a 4 bedroom duplex to target expatriates who work and do business in that particular area. Now you can come down to, let's say, Shangotedo and buy a 3 bedroom apartment to target families that will need it for rentals. So the idea of buying along property types is to give yourself the opportunity to different demography, and the demand that comes from this tenant demography gives you the opportunity to always be in business and always be in demand. So that is another way to diversify. In the case of land, you could decide to diversify based on the square meters. That's the land sizes, 1,000 square meter, 300 square meter, 500 square meter, as the case may be. This is the idea of property, of diversifying along property types. It gives you the opportunity to target different tenant demography. The fourth and the last strategy I'll give you is to diversify based on sector. Diversify based on sector. Now, there are so many uses of lands and houses, not just for residential or commercial or what have you. Now you can diversify based on sector. You can decide to go away from the housing and diversify into health. You buy houses and you target and use them for hospitals. Target those who would want to buy them for hospitals. You could buy a house and rent it out for those who would need have schools. You could buy a land and decide to use it for farming. So you are going away from the housing sector, you are diversifying away from the housing sector and looking at other sectors where real estate is going to be needed. So it is not just all about buying a house to live for commercial or something. So you could diversify from housing into hospitality. Now you buy a house or you buy a land and develop a hotel or a guest house. You could decide to diversify and have use your land for farming. You could decide to diversify and use it for schools and for different uses. So you can diversify based on sectors, and this will give you different opportunities, different and varied form of opportunities that real estate will always offer you. Now, do not forget, The essence of diversifying is for you to optimize your returns. There are sometimes whereby there is market downturn in one particular sector or in one particular subsector of the real estate industry. You can decide to tweak your investment portfolio and see how you can invest in other forms that will still guarantee you high returns. If you have a particular development that suits just one particular group of people or just one particular demographic, what happens when the demand for that particular property falls by that demography? So you need other source of income. So the essence of diversifying is to spread your risk, to optimize returns, and to reduce volatility. So these four strategies would help you know how to diversify when you want to diversify. Do not forget, diversification can come in the form of property types. It can come in the form of diversifying based on geography. It can come in the form of diversifying based on sector and also on property size. I hope I've given you value for your time, and if I have, do well to like our videos and subscribe to the channel. For advice and consultation, my number is on the screen. I remain Patrick, your Lagos realtor. Come into my DMs and you'll be glad you did. And for those who are in need of properties in different parts of Nigeria, in Lagos, Abuja, Abeokuta, Delta, Port Harcourt, my number is on your screen. Come into my DM. I will always give you safe properties. Those who have bought from me can always attest to this. Until we see you again, stay safe, keep investing in real estate.